Hey everybody. Well, I'm starting a new series of videos, and these are going to be reviewing my new subscription box called Horror Pack. Is you can either get 4 DVDs or 4 Blu-rays a month. You can choose, just get either or you can get both. And the DVDs and the Blu-rays, you're never guaranteed to get. Like, if you get 4 DVDs, the Blu-rays will be completely different. And I absolutely love it. It's a great subscription box, and I have been behind on reviewing my videos. So I've got quite a bit of them to review. From what they gave me, I really do like, and I think will be quite enjoyable. So without further ado, we're going to get into July of 2016's Horror Pack. As you can see, I have 2 boxes here. Now, one of these is the DVDs and one of these is the Blu-rays. The Blu-rays is $24.99 a month. The DVDs is $16.99 a month. I just did this at first, just to see what it was. From now on, it's only going to be the Blu-rays, just to let you know. So, first up, let's go ahead and dive into the DVDs, shall we? Yeah, here we go. And first off, they come in this like regular boxes. I can't turn them over because they show the shipping, but then they also come in this like little pouch thing, so that's pretty cool for extra protection. Alright, first up, we have on DVD, The Facility. 1 new drug, 7 volunteers, 17 hours of hell. I haven't got to see this yet, so let's read the back. At a remote medical facility, a group of 7 strangers began a clinical trial for the experimental new drug Pro-9. As the untested drug begins to course through their veins, unexpected side effects start to take hold, and several of the volunteers are sent into an uncontrollable murderous rage. This sounds pretty good. And this came from the Tribeca Film Festival, so pretty awesome. That's The Facility. Next up, we got this, and I'll show you a little inside there. Not too much on cover art. And special features wise, no special features. Next up, we got the special edition of The Fog, the original one with Jamie Lee Curtis in it. And we'll open it up. Just standard disc art. And I've actually never seen this, so it's going to be new for me. It says, Fog is nothing new to the quaint seaside village of Antonio Bay. But on the night of its 100th anniversary, a fog bank rolls in unlike any other. Eerie lights, dark figures, and the mast of an ancient schooner appear in the swirling midst. And soon the specters of long murdered sailors descend upon the town. Using knife, hook, and sword, they exact revenge for sins committed by the town's founding fathers, leaving horde survivors struggling to solve a 100-year-old crime, and they must solve it or die. This sounds pretty cool. Special features are Tales from the Mist, Inside the Fog documentary, outtakes, storyboard to film comparison, Fear on Film Inside the Fog documentary, advertising gallery, audio commentary by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, and more. So yeah, pretty cool extras. Looking forward to watching that. Horror Pack's first limited edition DVD of Carl. While Mike and Lisa Ingram enjoy a well-deserved romantic getaway weekend, they unknowingly attract the attention of Carl, a man whose values and family traditions will forever change their lives. Soon after returning from their trip, Mike's life is torn apart when Lisa disappears from their home, trapped by a family in which Mama's word is law and any disobedience has deadly consequences. Lisa holds tightly to the hope that her hellish nightmare will be over soon. As months pass, Mike is all but given up hope that he'll ever see his wife again. To relive the happy memories of their last days together, he revisits the small town of the romantic getaway and finds himself in Carl and Mama's world again. When he realizes that Carl has something to do with Lisa's disappearance, a bloody battle begins. In the end, only one family can survive. For an independent film, that might be interesting. I'm not expecting too much from it, but could be surprising. And the tagline for this is "He's just a mama's boy." And last but certainly not least, for the DVD pack this month, we have a double bill. And it is Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, Dead, Buried, and Back with a Vengeance, and Pumpkinhead 4, Blood Feud. Vengeance will be his. I particularly like this cool little artwork. I like the Pumpkinhead movies, so this is really cool to have this on DVD because I know they don't have a Blu-ray release. And as far as special features, I don't think either of them have any special features. Let's see, Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes. Horror icon Doug Bradley from the Hellraiser movies and Lance Henderson, Pumpkinhead, Scream 3, star in this riveting continuation of the Pumpkinhead series. When the residents of a small town discover that their local mortician has been dumping the corpses of their loved ones into a swamp rather than properly cremating them, they seek the assistance of a witch named Haggis to mete out justice. And Pumpkinhead 4, Blood Feud. Although the blood feud between Hatfields and McCoys has been raging for decades, it's about to come to a grisly end. When Jody Hatfield falls in love with Ricky McCoy, her two brothers' brutal attempt to break their engagement leads to the accidental death of Ricky's kid sister instead. Ignoring the ghostly warnings of Ed Harley himself, Lance Henderson, Ricky calls upon Pumpkinhead, the legendary demon of vengeance, to avenge his kin by wiping out the Hatfields for good. As the carnage commences and Pumpkinhead slaughters any and all who get in his way, one thing remains certain. If a Hatfield is ever to marry a McCoy, it will be over their dead bodies. I mean, they're not the best in the series, but they're very enjoyable, and they've been on Sci-Fi. Yeah, I was pretty excited to get that. So we got some interesting stuff there for the DVDs for Horror Pack for July. Although my favorite is going to be Pumpkinhead. Facility I'm kind of looking forward to, and also The Fog. Alright, and now let's switch gears and go to the Blu-rays. Alright, we got 4 Blu-rays here. First up, we have one with Elijah Wood and Sasha Grey in Open Windows. I have never heard of this movie. It's from the SXSW Film Festival, so it's pretty cool. It's an official selection. From the visionary director behind the sci-fi classic True Crimes comes another technical masterpiece. Elijah Wood stars as Nick, a superfan who has won a contest to meet his favorite actress, Jill Goddard, Sasha Grey, star of a series of sci-fi action films. But when Jill refuses to honor the contest, her manager, an omnibus figure named Cord, makes Nick an offer he can't refuse: the opportunity to spy on Jill through his computer. Nick begins watching the unknowing star, unaware that his actions will put both himself and Jill in mortal danger. Special features are the making of Open Windows and the visual effects breakdown. That could be interesting. Oh, it's kind of creepy though, somebody watching you from a computer. Very creepy. Alright. Up next we have VHS Viral, which is the 3rd VHS movie. I've never seen any of the other VHS movies, so this is just going to be a new one for me. It says, this anthology threequel is a blast. Cool. Anthology. I love anthology movies. This 3rd installment of the groundbreaking VHS series brings horror to a twisted new level. A police chase through the streets of LA inspires dozens of famed obsessed teens to flock to the scene with their video cameras and camera phones. hell-bent on capturing the next viral video. But there is something far more sinister occurring than anyone could imagine. Soon, these teens will realize that they themselves are the stars of the next viral video, one in which they face their own deaths. So, special features for this: smoke and mirrors behind the magic of Dante the Great, bonus storm behind the scenes, and gorgeous vortex bonus segment. Actually, this sounds pretty cool. See if they got anybody on here I know of. Todd Lincoln, I think I've heard of. Oh, these are the directors: Todd Lincoln, Nacho Vigorlando, Marcel Sarmiento, Greg Bishop, Justin Benson, and Aaron Moorhead. Don't think I've heard of any of them too. But this definitely looks pretty good. I'll definitely have to watch it. Here's another sequel. It says, in 1972, the patients and doctors at Stevens Sanatorium were brutally murdered. 40 years later, it's happening again. And Don't Look in the Basement 2. Never heard of the first one. I wonder if this is a horror pack exclusive. It's got a horror pack on here, so it might be a horror pack exclusive. This is from the 2015 Dallas International Film Festival. So, in 1972, Stevens Sanatorium was the scene of a brutal mass murder. 40 years later, Sam Withers, the only known survivor, arrives at Green Park Mental Institution. Dr. William Matthews, a successful New York doctor fighting his own inner demons, accepts a position at the small-town clinic and is assigned Sam's problematic case. Sam's arrival at Green Park triggers strange behaviors in the staff members and residents. Even the building itself takes on a menacing nuisance. Driven to stop the madness, Dr. Matthews leads the Green Park staff in a plan to save themselves and the remaining patients. However, it is not until he ventures into the basement that he comes face to face with the perverse truth. Again, sounds interesting. I haven't got to watch any of these. I may have seen a couple of them, like on TV and stuff, but most of them I hadn't seen. But Don't Look in the Basement 2 looks pretty cool. And last, for the month of July, we have Fear Takes a New Shape in The Tall Man, starring Jessica Biel. So, yep. It says the kids are not alright. In an isolated, slowly dying mining town, children are vanishing without a trace. The townsfolk whisper by a mysterious entity known locally as the Tall Man. Town nurse Julia Denning, Jessica Biel, seems skeptical until her young David disappears in the middle of the night. Frantic to rescue the boy, Julia lives out every parent's darkest nightmare in this twisting shock around every corner thriller from acclaimed director Pascal Laugier, the director of Martyrs. And with special features with visual concepts, one deleted scene, and a trailer. Story sounds promising. I don't know how it'll turn out, but yep. There is The Tall Man. So, yep. 4 Blu-rays and 4 DVDs to kick off horror pack. Not bad. And next month we'll look at August's horror pack. So until then, we'll see you later.